What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of the 4-Player Co-Pod. I'm your host, Ray Echo. I'm sitting here today with our special guest, David Nunez, at Gemmore's Game on Instagram. You can follow him. Next to me on my left, I have Alex Crespo, at The Geek Ringer. And on the far end over here on the couch is Miguel Senjo, at Thin Copy Mix. So this past week, we heard news that Hideo Kojima will be leaving Konami. Although the details are not out there yet, we have heard some rumblings that they have taken his name off the game. So it's no longer going to say Metal Gear Solid 5, Hideo Kojima game. Kojima Studios has been dissolved by Konami. You got to think, all right, is this game still going to have Kojima as the centerpiece, or are they moving in a different direction? The company, what they said was that they were trying to integrate everything into Konami and make it one management body, like kind of saying Konami runs the show and all orders come from Konami from the top down. That way you don't have Konami and someone who has gained so much influence like Kojima, both giving different conflicting orders or conflicting accounts of what needs to be done and what direction the game should go. So we know that we've all been unhappy at jobs before in the past, and whenever it gets to be to that point where it's enough, it's time to go. It's time to find something better. We saw that with Mega Man's creator when he left, and he left Capcom, and now he's doing his own game, which is almost like a spin-off of Mega Man called Mighty Number 9. Let's just talk about what are some things in your past jobs that you just hated that just made you say, you know what, that's it, I'm out.
Since this one I have not everything. It's basically going in there for 8 hours.
Give me an example,
I used to work at a library at the store. Just for
right.
It's going to hear my lawyer. Yeah, basically it was drone there for 8 hours by myself in the store, hearing everybody's problems with their, I don't have no monkey, keep coming in and doing all that. Yeah, that I couldn't take it.
The haggling?
I got like 7 hours of trying to sarcastic asshole.
How's this different?
That's true.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, it was. But it was 8 hours also no lunch break, so I had to take my lunch break.
You're lying right now.
No, lunch break while working.
Oh, okay.
So I put up like a mouthful of a sandwich, and some lady would come and say, hey, how much is it? Like, yeah, that was nice saying that shit.
I worked in retail. The thing I hated the most was that people will be like, you'll be folding clothes, and then you do a perfectly nice stack, and then minutes later you have somebody just tear it down, like it was like Jenga or something like that. Okay, and then you're like, okay, all this hard work for nothing. If people are just gonna come in and destroy whatever you've done. So it's the patience you have to have with those type of customers that I hate.
Well, I used to work at a martial arts school, so it's a little different from the retail thing. But I would get tired after a long day when they're like, all right, basically I'd get up, do everything, open, then stay the whole day, teach all the classes, and then close up after I'm done, clean, close up. So after a while, certain jobs, I think it all depends on how you're valued. And if they're not valuing you somewhere, you're gonna feel resentment, and you're just gonna be like, you know what, they're not gonna implement my ideas, or you're not gonna do things in my creative direction sometimes, or compromise, then I don't need to be there. Have you had any second jobs in the past?
Nah, all my jobs have been awesome.
He says as he drinks his beer grudgingly. I'm sure you have people right on top of you making sure the game is going to go in a certain direction, and this is kind of like his brainchild. Like, imagine if someone took your game and is telling you oh, this is where we want the direction to go, we want to totally change it. Like, no, this idea that you had is fine, but we're taking it in this direction.
No, fuck off. No, I'm sorry. That's what I would tell them. Yeah.
No, but that's a slap to the face.
That's a slap to my dick.
It's true. It's like a little bit of the face and dick.
Yeah.
One shot.
And face wipe up.
So, it just seems that, it's his brainchild, right? So, when Konami comes down and tells them no, this is what we're gonna do now, I'm sure they clashed out a bunch of times. Look how many Metal Gear games they've done already in the past, up remixes, Peace Walker, up to 1 through 4, and now 5 Phantom Pain. They've worked together, they have a working relationship for a long time. I'm sure by now they've clashed heads multiple times and said no, you know what, I'm pissed, I don't want to do it in this direction, and then there's standoffs. So I'm sure Konami is probably sick of it, and they rather remove him from the equation and let their studio take over and do it.
I've seen this happen at least once before with 989 Studios.
Mm-hmm.
They did Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4.
Mm-hmm.
They took the Twisted Metal name away from David Jaffe and Scott Campbell, and it was disastrous to say the least. Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4 were like the most horrendous games according to the fan base. I mean, I honestly saw some good in them. I mean, because I'm like one of those obsessive fans. But anyway, long story short, not as great as what came afterwards, which was Twisted Metal Black, Twisted Metal Head On, Twisted Metal Small Brawl.
So do you think were they better afterwards, after they took them out, or were they got?
Oh, after 99 Studios?
Yeah, after.
Yeah. Oh God, man, so much better. Like because I think they had something to prove.
Right.
After they got it back from 99 Studios, they were like, yeah, we're gonna fucking make the best goddamn Twisted Metal ever, and Twisted Metal Black. That's all you need.
Yep. It's definitely one of the best ones
Yeah.
in the series. I think, so Kojima might be leaving Konami, he might be going in a different direction, but, he's done not only Metal Gear, but also the Silent Hill games, right? A couple of the Silent Hills.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got the artistic talent and the talent to go somewhere else and create his own studio and bring everyone aboard and, just make his own games. Maybe he's sick of doing Metal Gear, that's another thing, maybe the time has come for him to move on and do something different, but it'll always be his creation. So, I mean, whatever Konami does afterwards with it will be interesting to see.
You know what the problem is, though, is that he takes too long with his games. And because he's an artist, that's what he is. He's an artist.
He's very detailed.
He's very detailed, and he wants to go and make the best fucking Metal Gear Solid game ever. But Konami's like, hey, we need more Metal Gear Solids. Like we need more Call of Duties. So
Exactly, the 1 year model popping out every November.
Exactly.
Quantity over quality sometimes, but some studios that are bigger, they roll with it. Like Assassin's Creed. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, so everyone that comes out, I'll buy it and I'll be like, oh man, this is awesome. But I typically know maybe if they spend an extra year, a 2-year cycle, for a game, I'm it would come out a lot better. So Kojima, I guess we'll see what happens to him after Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain comes out. But until then, we'll be playing the game on Twitch, and we'll also be reviewing it when it comes out, and we'll let you know more about Kojima as it develops. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to OES.